Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. This video, just the news just came out of the blue. I was gonna make a video talking about how Arsenal were going, how we signed Calafiori, but I think this news is way more important. David Ornstein has just tweeted that Fulham are close to reaching agreement with Arsenal to sign Smith Rowe. Talks worth over a move of up to 35 million would be is being talked about. It would be the biggest recruit for Fulham if the deal is struck, and 23-year-old is expected to do medical and finalized terms. Now, man, like, Smith Rowe was one of my favorite players. Let's just talk about like this news. And I heard the rumors. I heard the rumors of apparently Fulham being interested in Smith Rowe. There was also talks about Crystal Palace. Apparently Fulham actually tried bidding £25 million previously, and which got rejected. But Smith, like this, I felt that Smith Rowe, he had one more season in him. I felt maybe next season was it was that one season he had left in him. But unfortunately, it just looks like the way he's heading is really the end of the chapter for Smith Rowe. He's only 23 years old, and when you look at it, I mean, it's very sad. It's very sad because when you look at him and Saka have both come up in the same time at Arsenal under Mikel Arteta. Him and Saka were supposed to be both our two young players that really take us to that next level. At a time where we were so low, we needed players to step up. We needed some shining light, and both Smith Rowe and Saka were that two players. And unfortunately for Smith Rowe, the injuries, the constant injuries, the lack of game time has just meant that he has unfortunately been able to live up to the potential. I mean, right now, look, it's not the end of him. I think he's a brilliant player. And I just think last season, when I look back, and I think there were some games where I really think he deserved more minutes. I mean, he was on the bench for some games, and I think at some games when I was looking at it, I was thinking to myself, why wasn't Smith Rowe coming on? Why isn't Smith Rowe being given a chance? I mean, he's clearly fit, can play. And maybe, I don't know, maybe there was something behind the scenes I just don't know. But I'm just looking at some of these games behind the, from last season. I'm thinking to myself, I'm sure Smith Rowe could have gone a few minutes. But I mean, this is not something I really wanted to say. I really did want to see Smith Rowe to stay for one more season. I mean, I'm just looking back. When you look at that rubbish, when we were so rubbish, eighth place, we needed players to step up, and Smith Rowe was one of those players. And it's just so sad to see him leaving. Well, it does look like he's going to leave. £35 million, by the way, is a lot of money, considering he hasn't played a lot of games. And I don't think it's going to be £35 million. I do think that's with add-ons. So I think probably most likely you're looking at probably £29 million, and the rest will be add-ons. So I don't think it will be full £35 million up front. I do think it will be add-ons. But it's a decent amount. It's a decent, I would say, fee for a player that hasn't played much. But it's very sad to see Smith Rowe leave. But for Smith Rowe, look, I think it's a big opportunity. I really do hope the best for him. I really hope that he shows his talent, and I'm telling you, he's a great player, and I just think he deserves an opportunity. He just deserves a chance. And I really hope it was this season at Arsenal where he got that opportunity and he got that chance to shine. But unfortunately, it just doesn't look like it's gonna happen this season. Yeah, and by the way, I do think there were more players ahead of Smith Rowe that could have left ahead of him. Players like Fabio Vieira, but it just seems like Fabio Vieira has no suitors, while Smith Rowe, Premier League, young, English, straight away he's going to get some suitors. And it does look like a lot of our young youth players are looking to leave. I mean, not young, but some of our, what would you call it, Haaland graduates. Nelson being linked with Leicester, Eddie Nketiah being linked with Marseille, and of course Smith Rowe leaving. I mean, I think that's the end of a chapter for Haaland when you look at it, because all three players, I think Thingy broke out the earliest. I think Reece Nelson and Eddie Nketiah broke out quite similar times. But when you look at four players and three of them are leaving with only one left, I mean, yeah, that's what football is. That's what football is. Unfortunately, when you are winning the title, when you're trying to win the title, unfortunately, you can't be sentiment. Emotions have to go out the window, and I'm sure this will work for the best for Smith Rowe, and I hope it will work the best for us. So I'm sure with the money that we can get, we can go sign a few more players. Of course, we are signing Calafiori and maybe a new midfielder incoming, or maybe a striker, but I'm sure the money will be of good use to Arsenal. But yeah, it's a bit sad to see what is happening, to see Smith Rowe leaving Arsenal. I mean, all those I'm sure Arsenal fans you know, there's almost like a I think a lot of Arsenal fans would agree being sad with me. Not sad, but I don't know what the word to say, if it's sad or just a bit. I don't know the word. I really wanted it to work for him. I really wanted one more season for Smith Rowe, and then maybe then we can make a decision. But it is what it is. I think also they saw that they couldn't give up the opportunity, £35 million, and I believe they thought if he played next season he didn't get any more game time, then his value is probably going to drop even more. So it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know what to say more. I hope when he does go Fulham, he absolutely smashes it. I hope he shows to everyone why he, he's the player that we know he is. I'm telling you, there is a really good player in him, and I'm happy that I'm happy he's not going to any rivals like Chelsea or anything. But it's what it is. I wish him the best, and I'm sure there are a lot of Arsenal fans that would also be quite similar to me and how I'm feeling right now. But that is what it is. It's football. We have to say goodbye. You know, we're just used to players leaving, aren't we? Smith, what was it? Sanchez, Van Persie. We have a history of players, but it is what it is. Like I said, when you are trying to win the league, unfortunately, sentiment goes out the window. You have to be ruthless. And if Manchester City are willing to let go of Kevin De Bruyne, if they're willing to let go of Ederson, Aguero, then we can be willing to let go of Smith Rowe. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. But of course, the most important thing is, what are your guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure what you think. Let me know in the comments what you think about Smith Rowe leaving. Are you upset? Are you disappointed? Maybe you wanted him to stay for one more season. Let me know in the comments. I'll make sure I'll respond to each and one of you guys. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Sorry, I'm just tired. And thank you guys for watching.